Hey guys, it's Ryan here, our Indiana home here in beautiful Monroe County, Bloomington, Indiana, and gonna do a little mushroom hunting. But again, I want to talk about some early signs that you might want to consider if you are gonna go out looking for some morels. First off, though, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's watched a previous video. Liked the video and subscribed. Would love for you to leave a comment. So thank you so much. Just honored that, again, kind of new to YouTubing here, and honored that anyone would take some time and watch a video. So anyway, excited to get out today, and I'm going to show you a few reasons why. Other thing I want to throw in here real quick, and you're going to hear this a lot from me, is I am by no means an expert or a professional. I have loved mushroom hunting my whole life. Loved getting in the woods with my dad, and it's I've had some periods of off and on through the years, and so this is not going to be one of those 30-minute videos where I find the hugest sponge mushrooms you've ever seen. This is not that. There's plenty of those on the internet already. And so again, this is real life. Sometimes you get into the woods and you don't find anything. So we're going to keep it real here. This is a great place to learn, to grow, and answer some questions and those types of things. So hopefully you can take away a few things from me. Okay, so my daughter came home today and she said, "Dad, we have some trees in the yard that smell like dead fish." And she was talking about these guys. These are Bradford Pears. When you live in the city or in the neighborhoods, like I used to, you see these quite a bit. So this is a common landscape tree. And when they flower and get full like this always makes me think of mushrooms. And part of the reason is they do smell bad. But kind of interestingly, mushrooms smell a little bit funny. So these trees, they kind of make me think of mushrooms for some reason. It's like a cousin to the mushroom smell. So I love actually how these smell, even though they smell bad, just because they make me think of mushrooms. So when your pear trees are in full bloom like this, you should be thinking about mushrooms. Okay, so another thing you should be thinking about mushrooms is, in Indiana where we are, is Easter. Okay, so Easter is usually a pretty good time to be thinking about mushrooms. And so we did an Easter egg hunt here yesterday. And again, Easter, in the month of April, is always a good month. Okay, another sign would be dandelions are starting to pop up in the yard. So this would be an early sign. Okay. Another sign that I don't have lilacs, but when lilacs are starting to bloom, that would be also a good sign. And some signs that would, and I do have some red buds, so let me take you around and I'll go show you where my red bud is. All right, so I also want to say, again, I may get some of these things wrong. So if I'm incorrect on something, just point that out in the comments and we'll get it fixed. But again, I've only been living here for about 3 months, and we, outside of when we put an offer on, we haven't seen anything with leaves on it. So trying to go the identification route, which is kind of what we know. So believe this is a
Dogwood.
red bud. And as you can see, it is not in bloom yet. So it's close. Starting to open up a little bit more. And I want you to take a look at this bark. It's a pretty unique kind of bark. So that's kind of one way you can tell a red bud. They're usually also kind of on the edges of the woods. And so again, you can kind of see these buds here. Okay, and then again, look in here at the bark of that tree. And so we got a bunch of these over here. So you'll know that you definitely should have mushrooms when your dandelions have gone to seed. Your red buds are in full bloom. This is not. And if you have a lilac, lilacs would be in full bloom. So again, these are early signs. People always talk about rain, and I think it's important that mushrooms have some moisture. But ground temperature, I mentioned this the last time. The ground temperature should reach about 46 to 50 degrees at the 4-inch mark. Now, I don't put a thermometer in the ground and measure that or anything, but that's something else to keep in mind, is that the ground temperature has to be 46 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, last thing before we get heading out here, I want to recommend this book, Morels by Michael Kuo. And I bought this book on Amazon. I'll put a link to it. It's probably the most expensive book on Morels, but I am going to suggest it is tremendously worth it. It's well written, it is humorous, scientific, and the pictures in it are just phenomenal. And lots of great information in there. So I'm going to link to that, and I'll probably reference this multiple times over, but I wanted to mention that. What a fantastic book, and I'm going to put a link to it. So I'm only going to ever recommend something that I personally own and love. So Mama, if you're going to buy this book, please buy it off of the link so I can be an affiliate. Thank you. All right, enough about the book, enough about the signs. Let's get in the woods. Okay, so I spotted this guy here. This is definitely not something we're picking and eating. And I'm not sure what it is. Again, I'm not an expert. I know that is not what I want to be picking. And I'm going to look that up for us and get a better idea what that is. Well, hey guys, I'm down here at the landing. Wish I could say that is mine, but thankfully the neighbors allow us to overlook it from our property. I did explore their property just a little bit for them, on their behalf, of course, but I did not see anything over there, and so far I'm empty-handed. I have found a few things. I'm not sure if you can pick up on what I found or not, but it was making me feel a little aerodynamic out there when the wind picks up. I kind of feel like one with nature right now, although I haven't found any morels or sponge mushrooms, which I'm looking for. Mom, if you're watching, I will wash my hands. I know you always preach that bird feathers and such carry diseases. But, you know, with wearing this mask and everything, hand washing through COVID, I haven't been sick in like 2 years. So I plan to keep it that way, but I will wash my hands. Just another interesting fungus. All right, so last little fungus I want to show you today is on this tree, and again, we're not going to find morels on this tree, but I thought these were pretty cool. This tree's awfully past dead and so forth, but yeah, these things are kind of spongy and cool looking. So there's that. Might be our last little shot of the day. I want to thank you for joining me, and ask you to like and subscribe if you would. Again, we're going to keep on the journey here, and appreciate you staying with us. Any comments would be more than welcome, and let's stay at it. God bless our Indiana home.